Welcome to Close Up Radio, where our hosts, Doug Llewellyn and Jim Masters, bring you the amazing stories of people who answered the call to unlock their potential and taken control of their own success with authenticity, creativity, persistence, and resilience. Close Up Radio special guests share their knowledge and wisdom so you, the listener, can live the most empowered life possible. Close Up Radio. And now, here's today's host, Jim Masters.
We thank you for joining us all over the world live on Close Up Radio Live. Pleasure to have you here. Also a pleasure to have our very special guest, Vandana Sinha, is with us here, and with the nickname Van. We're very excited to have her here. She's extraordinary at what she does, and she's very passionate about what she does as well. Founder of VanSinha LLC, where she is a spiritual coach specializing in quantum healing techniques. Van also offers several modalities and tools to help improve our energy field and vibrations. Her real goal, she says, is what she's offering, workshops to empower people, not only to teach, but also help people go through experiences where they heal themselves. Clearing Pathways is her signature series. Another series that Van offers is titled Bathe in Moonlight. It's a free monthly meditation session. Soul Blueprint Mastery is a 3-day workshop as well. In addition to workshops, Van also offers one-on-one spiritual healing sessions to her clients, navigating the Akashic records and aura cleanse and chakra alignment, quantum chakra expansion, angel healing, and theta depths as well. Van also has authored 2 ebooks. Her first book, The Fascinating Realm of the Akashic Records, and published in 2023, offering a comprehensive explanation regarding those records. Van's second book is incredible. That's Akashic Manifesto, Quantum Techniques for Living Your Highest Potentials, published a year later in 2024, offering a more detailed approach in explaining the interplay between, and it's really exciting, the Akashic records and quantum consciousness. She says you should understand the power of your own quantum field. Well, we're going to find out about that and a lot more. And it's really exciting to have her here. She's all excited, too. Coming to us from Orange County, California. Van, welcome to Close Up Radio Live. It's a real pleasure to have you with us today.
Hi, Jim. I'm so glad to be here. Very honored to be on your show and very grateful to the universe and to the listeners tuning in today. Thank you so much.
Well, congratulations on all of this, and I think it's really exciting. And, you know, the Akashic records and quantum consciousness and all of these things that we're going to be talking about is quite exciting. I'd love to know first, you know, when you think about it and the in-depth thoughts about what you do, what made you decide to go into this kind of work? How did you position yourself maybe differently from other spiritual coaches and quantum healers? But even before that, when did you realize you had these gifts and this is work you were destined and meant to do?
Thank you for this question. And this has been a journey that's pretty much 3 decades long. I started very early in life, and thanks to my mom, she kind of pushed me into doing a Reiki course. This was just when I was pretty much just out of high school. I started then, and I'm not saying that, the realization happened then. It took me a long time to get to where I am today. But that was the start, the beginning of things. I learned many modalities over these last 3 decades. Initially, it was Reiki that I understood the importance and the power, but I wasn't very ready to do it myself, I thought. I thought this was not so cool at that point in my life. And then, I went on, things happened. I had a Reiki teacher, and if she's listening in, she will know how important it was for me to, go through those experiences that I went through at that point. And Then I went on to learn many other modalities, pranic healing. I did multiple levels of those. I became a master, of Arhatic yoga. That was way back in 2006 and 7. And then things happened. I learned angel healing and theta healing and Akashic records. And what happened beautifully is that every time I learned a technique, I actually explored it to the depths. I went in deep. I used them in my own personal life. And I saw the shifts, I saw the changes. So that's, I would say it just unfolded very, very beautifully over the years. And then I became highly intuitive. And if you would understand, if you know of other healers and energy workers, you know that these are, this is a wisdom that lies within you. It is just a matter of tapping into it. So these techniques helped me tap into my own original wisdom that I must have been carrying for lifetimes. So, and then this was very private. I was selfish, I would say, or maybe I was fearful, I would say. I wasn't very ready to open it out to the world. I used all these techniques for myself, for my family and friends, but it wasn't something I openly talked about. So pretty much, I would say in 2020, when the pandemic happened, is when I came out of my spiritual closet. Because you're fearful of being judged. You're fearful. You have a persona. I had a corporate life. I was doing very well. And I was living up to what you may call, personas in the regular society, in the regular community. And it takes a bit of guts to move away from that. And that's what I did in 2020 when I thought that when the world is going through so much and I have techniques and wisdom with me, I should be helping. And that's when I opened up. I was running a parallel career from then on. I would do my corporate work during the day, and evening would just be, working with clients, meditation circles, and healing circles. So that's when the switch happened. And then a very, very strange set of circumstances when my family decided to move rather suddenly to the States in 2022. And when I took that personal decision that, yes, okay, let's move. When my personal call came in at that point, I knew what I was meant to do. And that's how I opened up. I thought, I planned it out very well, but I used my corporate experience in structuring my spiritual business because I have to do this at a global scale. I have knowledge, I have wisdom, I have techniques that I should be sharing with the world at large. And then it has to be done professionally. So that's where I am today.
Well, congratulations. That's extraordinary. As a spiritual coach and quantum healer, you really do amazing work that impacts people's lives in such a positive way. And you feel we should all understand the power of our quantum field. What is the quantum field and what is quantum healing, Van?
Okay, so the best way to look at it is to understand that we are energy fields at every level. What you see of yourself in the human form is just an aspect. You have a far, far bigger existence, which is a pure energy field, right from the DNA level to the connection you have with the cosmos, the soul. So, we have data points in your energy field that, we carry from pretty much, ever since we broke off from the creator, as you may call it, or, the inception of your soul when you started that journey. So we pick up experiences, emotions, memories from every experience that we have gone through across multiple incarnations and lifetimes. So it's a huge supercomputer. You have those links in that field, and so this quantum field or the quantum work is all about understanding your own energy field, realigning, working, refreshing, so that your vibrations match those of the ultimate energy of what we may call God, Source, Creator, or Universal Consciousness, whatever we may want to call it. So the whole journey is all about lifting your vibrations and coming closer and closer to that of this universal consciousness. And that's this beautiful work that we do with quantum energy healing or quantum techniques or understanding your quantum field.
It's really amazing on so many different levels. What are the advantages of being a high vibration person, and what is a high vibration person, and how can we attain that?
Okay, so every thought process or emotion that we have emits a frequency or a vibration. So very simply, there are lower vibrations and higher vibrations. If you are fearful, if you are sad, those are the lower vibrations. If you're happy, if you're aligned to your higher purpose, that's a higher vibration. So the point is to understand that in this journey, we have to learn how to get rid of those lower vibrations. What is it that you're emitting to the universe? What the law of attraction kicks in, so basically if you emit a frequency of fear, you will get into situations where all those fears become real. Or if you emit a frequency of being open, of being in the flow, of being accepting, you will be in situations where you will be accepted by people around you, by the universe, by situations and circumstances. So those are the little switches you have to do in your mind, So it's a journey where you keep understanding what is happening in your mind. What is it that you're emitting to the universe? And when you do that, the emotions and the mind, the heart and the mind, when they are in sync, you're slowly clearing your energy field at every step of the way. And slowly, as you do that, the more you do it, the deeper you do, your understanding goes a level deeper and higher, I would say, in vibration. And therefore, your aura starts emitting a high vibration. And you are then aligned to better things in your life. Things that you struggle with on a day-to-day, getting things done, tasks, finances, opportunities, relationships, they just simply flow to a different level altogether. You are in a better state and you are just inviting what is right for you. What is not right for you, what is not meant for you anymore, will, just move on from your life.
Right.
Right.
And exactly. Yeah. And you do an amazing array of services too, Bathe in Moonlight and navigating the Akashic records and aura cleanse and chakra alignment, healing with angels, dig deeper with theta healing and theta depth. Tell us about some of these extraordinary services that you offer. You sound incredible.
Thank you so much, Jim. So let me just explain to you a little bit of a concept here. We are in the human form. We have our own energy field that is infinite, that is boundless, and the soul is eternal. So basically, if we believe that we are here in this life and on this earth in this human form, and this is just here and now, and after that it's over, I'm sorry to say that's not the truth. Whatever we do here has an impact on our energy field and our other lifetimes. So it's so important to work on your fields, to get rid of what you just no longer need. We do go through cycles of pain, of trauma, of relationships that are not good. But do understand that those are those lessons that we chose to go through. We choose every single experience that we go through in our life. Our relationships, our parents, our siblings, our progeny, everything is chosen because we come as soul families. We come as families to teach each other those lessons that we chose to go through. We may have chosen a very difficult life, but the point is, when we are living here, we can be in a situation where we are feeling sorry for ourselves, we feel resentment, we feel, so sad for ourselves. But realize that those relationships that gave you the most difficult lessons are your biggest teachers. So I'm telling this today so that we understand that there is a huge story behind you about yourself. And that's the work that we do. So I do these monthly meditations of full moon where every navigation that I do every month is different from the last time because I'm simply guided. And I'm doing this as, to build a community of like-minded people who would like to work with me, who would like to work with their quantum fields. So I choose a day that's the full moon because it's simply a day that you have heightened energies and you can work on yourself. So it's a token day in my view because you can do a meditation with me and you can use that recorded version that we put up on YouTube later because it's not necessarily just a day of full moon. It's a token day. It's a good day to meditate. So I choose it to run a monthly group session. And I've been doing it for more than a year now in the States, and I have a very, very good group that comes together. That's Sinha. There are always new people. So on my website, we have a registration link. People sign in, they get Zoom links, and they can just tune into my guided navigation for that night. So that's the full moon, and that's simply a way to sample my work. That is free. That's a community that I'm building, and I'm very, very happy the way it's come up, in the last 1.5 years. The second one is, so there are different elements to, thank you, Jim. So I would quickly just run into the other things like, the Akashic records or the theta healing or the angel healing. I just wanted to explain that the Akashic records are simply a realm of consciousness available for all of us. It is like like I would say, a supercomputer or a library, very energetic library, where you have data points about yourself. Everything that you have gone through, figure points that you have gone through, why does something happen to you? Why do you have these patterns? All of it is stored in that energetic library. It's a way, a navigation, or a method to get into it and get those answers there. But do understand that you have to be ready to get those answers. You're coming from a place of judgment, you're coming from a place of fear or of resistance, you will not have that flow. So it's an important thing to surrender, to trust the process, because it's a universal library available to all of us. So I do that. Then, so I mix and match modalities. Akashic records is one. The theta work that I do is all about subconscious belief systems. And that has a trigger in your own energy field. We carry subconscious beliefs from our own experiences in the current lifetime, from other lifetimes, and we also carry subconscious beliefs from our ancestors, your parents, your grandparents. You go back 7, 8 generations and you may have something as an energetic imprint because it was good for them when it came for them. So those kind of things just flow into us. And it's important to understand that it could be good for them, and it's probably time for us to let go of those energetic patterns of our ancestors, and move on, so that our progeny lives better lives. We live better lives. So that's the thing about theta healing. I do one-on-one sessions around these. I take and navigate with clients, into trigger patterns and help them release. Then there is this whole realm of angels. So this, all of us have our spiritual team. We don't know how to tap them simply because we are in our own world here. But the angels are always available. That's just a term. These are our masters, our teachers, our loved ones who have passed away. They are available as guides to us. Because when we go back, when we finish this journey on this earth, we go back and revisit this life with them. Whether we learned the lessons we wanted to learn? Are we ready to move on to another journey, or we have to repeat this whole thing again because we never learned the lessons that we came to learn ourselves? So that's with the angel healing. They are our guides. We can tap into their energies. They are available at any time for healing, for guidance and support. So those are the one-on-one sessions that I offer. It all depends intuitively what I'm guided to do with a client and what they are comfortable with, So these are the offerings on a one-on-one.
That's fantastic. It's an amazing array of things you offer and a breadth and scope of services. One of the signature series, Clearing Pathways, that workshop, maybe you can break that out a little bit more and tell us more in depth about that. That
Yes.
sounds so important.
Yes. I'm so glad that you asked me about this. This is my signature series, and Clearing Pathways is something I developed from my own experience. I have worked on my own energy fields for decades, and it took me a while to get to where I am today, living my life purpose. And I wanted to share this with everybody. So this is a series that I run over 12 sessions. It's available on my website, and I will explain a little bit in detail, what this whole series is all about. This series basically works on different aspects of your energy field every week. And just to put in a little bit here, each of my sessions, whether they're the full moon sessions, the one-on-ones, or my workshops, I want my listeners to understand that I am just a conduit. I am a facilitator through whom you receive some cosmic intelligence, some cosmic guidance, and some healing. And therefore, each of my sessions are extremely intense, powerful, and literally magical, because that experience that happens in there in a session is just so profound. So what I have done with this session, Clearing Pathways, are a set of 12 sessions. Each of them are deeply meditative, immersive, guided by me. And I work on one aspect of your energy field every session. And I have given it a break of a week between two, simply because these are so powerful that I need these energies to settle into your energy field before you work on another aspect of your life. So, for example, we work on the first week with ancestral healing. And I did refer to it a little bit, but I will just go into a little bit of detail. We carry in our energy fields lineage, baggage, sometimes traumas that our ancestors may have gone through, and they reflect in our lives 3 generations down and 4 generations down. So I do a lineage clearing and an ancestral healing that takes us back to 7, 8 generations. And when you have cleared your energy fields, you have received the blessings of your ancestors, because it's important to give importance to your ancestors, your own people who have passed away. You may think they are dead and gone, but they are not. They are simply available to you in your spiritual realm. So you need to connect. You need to acknowledge their presence, their blessings, and understand that there are many good things to take from them, but there were lessons that were good for them at that point, that stay in your energy field but are not required for you anymore. So we clear that. So this is one aspect. Then, another session, for example, could be on igniting your inner flame, which is actually your energy center at the sacral chakra. This is your self-expression. You have all your wisdom, your skills and techniques that you may have picked, your knowledge over so many lifetimes. It's all stored in there. And we clog that because we are all guided by the society, by the community. So when we uncover that, you actually may simply come into alignment with a career or a job that is simply there with you, a vocation that's there with you. For example, what I'm doing today, this was with me, but I never realized. So this is like igniting your inner flame. Then there is embrace your infinite flow. This is connection to pure source energy. Source is the ultimate energy, the energy of universal consciousness that flows through our energy fields. And once you tap into it, there's so much clearing and healing that happens. And you will receive infinite healing, abundance. And you just tap into a source that never gets over, and it's pure form. And that's what this allows you to do, in your quantum field. Then there is a session I call Transform and Prosper. These are your money energies for financial wellness. And so what is money? Money is only an energy. And what is it that you use it for? What is your intention with that money? You have to understand that. If there is, sometimes we give it so much importance. Yes, it is important, but is it that end all and be all in your life? What are you going to use that money for? Is it for a larger good? Or is it for just yourself? You have to understand those energies, and that's how we will unblock your energy field to receive the abundance that you're meant to receive. For example, what I'm doing today, I do need resources. I need support if I have to do this at a global scale. But if I am aligned to my highest purpose, I know that it will be provided to me. It will come from somewhere. And that's the magic that you have to unlock, rather than me chasing every single client and thinking, I get so much, money into my bank account. I have to focus on something big. And that's the switch I want clients to, people to understand, that you have to do that and everything flows into your life. Then there is this whole session on unlocking the power of cellular awakening and DNA activation. This is like every cell has a consciousness in your body. And your DNA also carries consciousness from the time that you were conceived and even before. It even carries consciousness of your mother, your grandmother, and your parents. So we just unlock that whole power so that you can heal yourself, and your spiritual growth just completely expands after this. So that's one session. Then there is this inner child healing where we go on a journey of going back to your inner child. The inner child, everybody has an inner child. And we simply let it go shadowed and unacknowledged. And sometimes your caregivers, your parents were not available to you and you feel hurt. And as an adult, and you have not healed your inner child, you will face issues in your workplace, in your career. You will have repeated patterns of rejection if you never got that love and affection that you were looking for. So understand that inner child healing is a very, very crucial step in your adult life. Then comes manifestation mastery. What is manifestation? It is simply, your vibrations matching the vibrations of your desire. We all have desires, and the desires have a certain vibration which may be higher than what your personal vibrations are currently. So if your personal vibration does not match that of your desire, that manifestation will not happen. So this whole thing is about coming to a level of vibration where your desires and you match in vibration, are in sync, and then the reality is true. It just comes true. It will happen. So that's about manifestation. Also, a little bit here to say is that, your desires, you have to know why you have those desires. What is the frequency behind it? What is the ultimate thought that you have behind it? Why do you have that desire? So those are the kind of steps that we work with in this session. Then the week 8 comes to eliminating the grid. This is your higher consciousness and your own light grid. Each of us has a cosmic grid we are part of. These are the energy fields that grow out into the cosmos. And, mostly it is subdued because we are not in alignment, we are not connected. So I help, activate your energy grid, and then simply so many things align into your life because you are, connected to that cosmic grid, which is connected to the cosmic universe, the energetic vibrations of the ultimate cosmic I would say frequency. That's what we do through this. Then there is this whole thing around intuition unleashed. This is again your third eye. In the earthly realm, we talk of intuition, but actually this is all connection to your higher self, where you start receiving inputs from your own higher self, your own soul, that has all the information that you need. So it flows through, and, so we work on the third eye and the opening up of this chakra so that you are able to receive guidance from your own higher self. Then there is a session where we call Unite Your Soul's Dual Forces. This is all about bringing to balance your divine masculine and your divine feminine. Each of us, we are born as men or women, but each of us has a masculine element and a feminine element. And the way to look at this is that the divine masculine actually gives you the power of action, the power of, giving shape to your dreams, reality, bringing it to reality. Whereas the divine feminine is your intuitive power, your magical power, the power of understanding your karmic truths. And so when these come into balance in your field, you can live a life which is of supreme potential, like full potential. You're meant to do something, you have to take action, your intuition, and you're able to marry both. So it's extremely important living this life in the material world to have both the divine masculine and the feminine to come into play and come into balance. Then there is a session I do called organ rejuvenation, where I focus on all the main organs of our body and we do energy healing for each one of them, bringing them to their best optimal health and function. This is, again, purely guided. At that point when I go in, each of my sessions anyways are divinely guided. So I go in and we heal every organ, and then we bring the body, physical body, to a state of optimal function, I would say. That's really what it is. Then the last session, I close with what we call transforming grief and navigating loss. A lot of us don't know how to deal with loss of a loved one, whether through death or through parting of ways. And that is the beauty that I bring in through the divine guidance that I get in these sessions, to understand that nobody ever leaves you. They are very much there in spirit. And when that alignment happens in spirit, you will be able to get over the loss because there is no loss. So I guide that process. And I guide that process so that you can find that inner strength and the compassion that you need to navigate that grief and convert that grief into a sense of strength. So that's really what it is. It's a 12-week process that brings you to a very, very heightened state of vibration so that you're in alignment with what you're meant to do in this life.
Extraordinary. It's incredible. I can't believe how quickly this 30 minutes has gone by. Really fantastic. Hopefully you'll get back with us and we can talk more about the books and other workshops and so much what you're doing, and maybe even hear some success stories. That would be a real pleasure, Van. But thanks so much for being so descriptive and passionate and enthusiastic, and really breaking down what you do, some of the terminology, and the importance of the work that you do as well, because obviously this is work that flows through and out of you, and you're a conduit of this energy that's greater than yourself, which flows through you and provides inspiration, empowerment, and healing to others. It's beautiful work that you do, Van, and this was a pleasure having you on Close Up Radio Live, and I hope you enjoyed the time with me as much as I have with you, and I hope we chat again.
Absolutely, Jim. It was a wonderful opportunity. I'm very grateful, and I'm deeply honored. Thank you very much for this chance, and thanks to everybody who was listening in.
Absolutely. Yes, I second that emotion, Van. You be well, and I'm sure we'll chat again real soon and expand further, and I would love that. Vandana, Sinha of VanSinha LLC. Extraordinary. If you want to find out about the books and the workshops and all the other extraordinary things that she's doing and dig in deeper, feel free. She's there to help. You can go to www.vansinha.com, and I'll spell that for you, VanSinha.com. This is your host, Jim Masters, thanking you for your time this time. Till next time, we appreciate you as well. This episode is recorded in its entirety, so you can hear it again and you can share it with others you think would benefit from this conversation as well. We thank Van. We thank all of you. For all of us at Close Up Radio Live, thanks for being with us. Have a terrific day. Stay tuned. I'll be back in just a minute with another great guest celebrated from around the world. Till then, have a great day. Bye for now.
You have been listening to a broadcast from Close Up Radio, a division of Close Up Television Incorporated. For more information about our show and to be considered for future broadcasts, please visit closeuptelevision.com. You may also learn about us on social media and listen to us on podcast and internet radio. Thank you for joining us, and we hope that you have an empowered and productive day.